And what's your
We're live.
username?
We're live.
It's isinsurance@gmail.com.
That's your username.
I guess so.
So
It's dope.
I didn't do it hidden.
no.
I did legit.
So are you going to post any videos? Are you going to join?
I might have to post a couple tonight.
You said last
I
night
thought I
was
was
the
eating
first
some
time.
candy bars.
Should I start my own on OnlyFans?
You should definitely start.
I would do like a feet thing. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, that's-
only feet.
You should do beards.
A beer would be a good one.
Beard
I don't really
OnlyFans?
know. I don't think anyone
You
would
should have
pay.
like food in there and say like, hey, this was Mondays, and you like eat it like on a Friday. And, like,
So man,
wasn't that bad?
I'll try it.
No, I mean,
I'll do 1 month
there's
of
so
it.
many different kinks out there, man. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
I'll do 1 month of it. I'll do an OnlyFans for 1 month of a beard.
Hey,
What would your limit be on to subscribe? How much would it take?
$2.99.
Dang, that's lowballing yourself, man.
$2.99 per person?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
$2.99.
Yep. Can't get a cup of coffee like for that price anymore. But I would do like, I would definitely I'd definitely decorate the beard. You know what I mean? Different
Yeah.
holidays, Mardi Gras, I'd have a Mardi Gras beard.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Could be good. All three of us got little beards.
Guys, what do you think about
All
OnlyFans?
four of us have a little beards.
Beard bands?
Beard bands.
I mean, y'all have a beard.
Are we on?
I think
Yeah, we're
Oh
live.
shit.
Hey,
Hey, welcome to Kathy and Susie's kids.
I'm Matthew Brooks.
Are we really on?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Ivan Spinner.
The guys, Ivan, what is your fourth or fifth time on here? Sixth.
I think it's like the third, probably the fourth time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to be a familiar face, man.
For
Well,
sure.
you're always welcome.
Hey, listen, I appreciate you all inviting me. It's always fun bullshitting with you guys.
And now your OnlyFans account's about to go through the roof because you just told them all your login or your
Hey, jump
man.
on there.
Yeah.
I just
Cha-ching,
didn't want to see what it's
cha-ching.
about.
Cha-ching. Is that what's going to your phone's lighting up like
Oh,
crazy
shit,
over there?
it is. It is. Oh my gosh, I got a ton of accounts now.
So how you been? I mean, it's been a few months, huh?
Yeah, I've been good, busy, extremely busy. You know, it's nice that the holidays are done. Trying to get back to the real world, so things are good.
So when you've been doing these projects, even with Marine Cantina and several other projects, which is cool now is we're about to dive into the new Biloxi projects. Now you got some skin in the game in Biloxi, downtown Biloxi.
I do. I'm actually closing, I think, next week on the Wells Fargo building in downtown Biloxi, right on Howard and is it I don't know, Howard and whatever the road is.
I don't know. Is that Raynor Street?
Yeah, I think it's Raynor. Yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, I'm gonna convert it into like 20 short-term rentals with a little deli or restaurant in the middle of it. It's gonna look completely different than what it does today, just more like modern and upscale, whites and blacks. And it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a hot spot. I think
Do you think there's money in the safe right now?
there's definitely not. We've checked. So there's no money.
Did
in
you
the
open
safe.
in like all the boxes?
All the boxes are open. I'm actually looking if anyone's interested in the vault or the safe. We're actually looking to eliminate it. So
I was actually thinking that would be a cool suite. Somebody's room they could stay in the safe.
it would be if it was like a big room, but the way they set it up, I think the bank's much older.
So it's not like a cool safe.
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
The vault's cool, like the actual vault.
Is it
neat.
circle?
What do you mean?
Like like from all the movies when they have
Oh
the spin
yeah,
and
it's circle
yeah.
that way, but it's not like a big room, so it's like chopped up. So it'd be really hard to like make it into a fully accessible.
So like cash max, what do you think we're fitting in here?
Yeah, you
A
would.
couple mil?
Yeah, in that,
Yeah.
you could fit some serious money in there. But I don't
Okay.
know about a room, about living there, or when I originally did, I thought maybe a great place for like a conference room.
Yeah.
But after going there and seeing it,
But everything
Doesn't
now
work.
is like tiny home style. You can just put like literally like a bed in there. Definitely one of the hipster coffee pots, and then so a blanket and maybe like what do you call it? Compost toilet. What is it?
I'm not sure.
A lot of people have been living in their small little areas. They're trying to find now that people are living smaller
tiny homes.
square. Well, it's not just anything now, like ambulances, buses, whatever they can get, like in a small area.
Yeah, I hope I don't have
Connex
to do that.
boxes.
I really don't want to be doing that. Living in a,
I think it would be cool to have one everywhere, all around the world. But yeah, no, I've been waking up claustrophobic.
Yeah, it would be tough. I like a shower that I can stretch out in. So it wouldn't be something for me.
So we're doing 20 units. Is it going to be they're all going to have their own bathrooms?
All will have our own bathrooms. We're going to convert everyone on the top floor. Will have all balconies, which is a great location, especially for Mardi Gras, because it's like really on the
Yeah, all the routes go right there.
go routes right there. Location's incredible. And then downstairs, everyone will have access. We're gonna have like a little courtyard for each entryway, so we'll be able to enter from the outside in. When it's done, I think it's going to be pretty spectacular. I think people in the city are going to like it. I think one of the things that downtown Biloxi needs more than anything is they need people living there.
Yep.
There's so many cool little bars and restaurants right in that area, but you don't have people that are staying there. So if you get like a place with short-term rentals and people that are there for a week at a time, they're going to be walking around that Vue Marché and going to those restaurants. So I think it's a huge win for all the bars and restaurants in that area.
Could you definitely, since you're like, that is a location everybody knows, should definitely like make sure like Mardi Gras, you have flags out, like Mardi Gras flags. And like, I mean, that'd be a dope place to hang out and watch the parades go by.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, actually, I was talking to someone today about it. It's like, what am I going to do with it this year? The building's empty, the parking lot's empty. So if anyone wants to use it for Mardi Gras or parking or have a little whatever it is, please feel free to hit me up.
Yeah, I mean,
It is right there on the route, and they got the balcony upstairs too.
Yes.
The balcony is old. I was telling you earlier, like it looks like it slopes down, like and goes in.
It actually does when you go on there. We went on and it slopes down, but the reason why it's for drainage. So we're like, man, this is kind of weird, but that's just how they did it back in the day. Yeah. It will be changed. It won't look the same. So, but we're really excited. And
you have any like a rooftop kind of fun or what?
No rooftop on it. But it's going to be, when people see it done, I think it's going to be a massive transformation.
So ultimately, I mean, was that always your go-to there? I mean, it's right next to a church. I know you got an idea and a mind for putting a little bar scenes or restaurants in. Did you look at that route first? Or?
Yeah, we kind of did. I think downtown Biloxi has enough restaurants and bars, in my opinion. I think the biggest weakness they have is no one lives there.
Right.
So, if you go to like all these big downtowns throughout the country, Nashville, whatever it is, why they're all so successful is people live, work, and play in that same area. And I think that's one of the things that hurt us on the coast here. Yeah. You got like Ocean Springs, which has become like the city to, eat, drink, and live.
It's literally like 2 roads too.
Yeah. But you know what it is? There's so many people that live in that downtown area. In Biloxi, you don't have that.
Oh.
Gulfport, you don't have that.
No.
And the only other place you have it is Bay St. Louis. And Bay St. Louis is, obviously a massive hit, just like Ocean Springs is.
I appreciate too our girl, shout out Lauren Turner. We will plug you on this show, Making Groceries. She's across the street and she is so pumped that you have this project going on, because her location's right across the street from you, and it matters. There's a couple businesses that are good. This is going to help them when people come visit,
no doubt,
and they're going to be able to shop and experience downtown Biloxi.
There's no doubt. I think everyone in downtown, especially business owners, should be extremely happy. And I know my buddy Jordan, Nico, and them, they're doing the building down the street.
That's the old was that
Josette's?
Dude, I used to buy a lot of costumes there.
Right. So they're doing that, and then if I'm doing mine, and then if eventually the guys that are doing the Barks building and do it, you start getting some people that living down there, you could have a real spark in downtown Biloxi.
I mean, that was the whole point behind bringing the baseball stadium. And I remember them bringing like the economic development team, and that was their pitch. And they're like, we can get so many walking people here. And you've seen a slow influx in it, especially during the baseball games. But now our office is down there, so we're getting to actually see it firsthand. It is kind of fun to see the revitalization of it. What is it? Community Bank. They're building new building down there.
Listen, there's a lot of positive things going on in downtown Biloxi. I mean, obviously there's some negatives as well, but I think the key is, there's a big problem with the homeless right there. So they got to kind of work that situation out. And I think, the city leaders are trying to work it out as well. But, I think the ultimate key is you need people living down there. If you want bars and restaurants to do really well, you need people to be able to get out
or visitors or short term. Short term.
Yeah. Short term, I think, is actually better than long term, because those guys are going to go out and shop and play and eat.
Like most of the residential that you do see there right now is kind of in those streets that run in between, the Bay and then Highway 90.
Yeah.
And they're less desirable. Let's be real. Like, it's not like bringing in any new. So revitalization of the areas that are potential. I mean, you see that whole Cavett Street. What's up with that? I don't even know. I've never looked into it, but it's all vacant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's up with it. There's some areas, if you go to like all downtowns throughout the country, a lot of them you see will be like either abandoned buildings or, someone that went and revitalize it. That's my goal, is to try to go in an area where I think is great today and kind of convert it into something that can make it a wow factor.
How about Ivan coming on the show several times? He like manifest this whole entire thing is like, I want to be a part of Biloxi. I want to own property in Biloxi. I want to develop in Biloxi. And now he's on this podcast. He's developing in Biloxi. I mean, that was the thing. He's like, you're like, man, I want to do something in Biloxi. We had, the district on Howard on. And then you were like, I want to be a part of Biloxi. And now you do have like real estate in Biloxi.
Yeah. So, I mean, I live in Biloxi, and, it's probably what means most to me is do something in downtown Biloxi. I was actually trying to do something also. It didn't work out. And across the street from City Hall, the numbers just didn't work between me and the city. But I'm really, really excited about the Wells Fargo building. I think when people see it done and see what we do, hopefully other people will kind of, copy or do something similar.
Or set the bar.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be first class. I mean, I'm blessed that I have a amazing GC, Garland.
I was going to ask who's doing that.
Yeah. Garland Pemberton pretty much does all my stuff. So, from my house to all my projects on Pass Road, he's not only my GC, but he's a partner in some of my projects as well. I've been blessed to have him by my side for the last, 10 plus years.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you're always about your team. I mean, that makes you better.
Yeah, I mean, when
what do you think about Biloxi, Matt? Well, downtown Biloxi. This is,
from St. Martin, I moved over there to Biloxi after school, and I started immediately working downtown, right there in the Porter Avenue area, by the police station and the railroad tracks, and it was kind of a dump, man, and it was less desirable, and we had to hire a security guard just to kind of keep people from harassing the ladies as they were walking in and out of the office. But that's really where that area was. I mean, all the houses there are still that way. And I think the Keesler expansion, where they, kind of went and bought some of that property up to do the new entrance, kind of cleaned some of it up a little bit, but you still have, like that. It's never going anywhere, I don't think.
But that's most downtowns, though. Most downtowns throughout the country are like that also. You go a block off and it's rough. You go to New Orleans, but, that's what I kind of like. I mean, look at Pass Road. I mean, Pass Road, everyone's like, you're crazy. Why are you doing buildings there? And now, we're on our 6th building, which is going to be 26,000 square feet. And we're completely fully occupied even before we started the building.
And I don't mean that Biloxi is a dump. So I hate that I said it like that. But no, I enjoy, I guess, the closer to the Howard Avenue area, Division Street, they did a little revitalization there, but ultimately, after Katrina, man, it was just white. My family had business down there, and it was gone. And most of them were. And really, the only things that stayed there were the houses that were kind of in that middle area. So I guess to see, the casinos come back strong, that was a big plus for us.
No doubt.
The staple businesses that have always been down there, that have stayed down there, that's huge for the area. And I think that sets the precedent. Yeah. And then because there's that, then there allows residential. Whenever there's residential, it allows, restaurants, and they all feed off of one another. It's ecosystem, right?
Correct.
So
yeah, and you have some amazing buildings down there in downtown Biloxi. The problem is they're so old and they're so hard to redevelopment. So, I've always been under the thing is build from scratch, knock them down and build it. But I know a lot of people are into the historical thing, even though you can make the facades to look like it used to. But I believe if they start doing that and they start doing the Barks building, they're redoing this Sanger Theater, all that kind of stuff, I think you really need walking traffic. So you need people during the day and at night walking down Vue Marché, grabbing a drink at Martini's or one of these other bars or restaurants, and be able to walk from place to place. So if you go to, I don't know if y'all have been, but you've been to Ocean Springs down in Government or down those on the weekends. I mean, it's like almost like
people are walking from.
It's incredible.
One thing I'll say that I will appreciate about the whole downtown Biloxi right now is how they took a piece of grass, throw a stage, some kegs, food trucks. We do it. Emily does her craft. She gets a craft table there, and we do the first Friday. Yeah, which is huge. And when you do your development, I've been to almost every one of the first Fridays. Try to. Right. I mean, there's probably a few that I've missed, but it's an experience. I mean, we did the Christmas one, right? They had the Christmas parade go by, and I mean, I like seeing people come there, but then able to crash. And
they actually plugged off the roads not too long ago and had a big band.
Fofo was on stage, getting down.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great. And obviously Fofo's in a band. The key is, I think the leaders on the coast, Biloxi, Ocean Springs, Gulfport, they got to be pro-development. I know some people want to keep everything the same as it is, but the only way to get us to the next level is you need to be pro-development. You need to be able to take these places that are bringing in no tax revenue at all, and build, let developers, and not me or whatever. I don't even know how I became a developer, but get developers to go in there and build it to increase your tax revenue. I mean,
well, let me ask this. So at what point does the city or the government say, hey, Ivan, you're doing this, let us write you a grant and give you kind of a break for
Drop
it?
that camera.
So
Cameras are going, Garrett.
So I've never taken a grant from a city. So
Do they do it though? I mean,
Yeah,
I would
they do.
imagine that would be part of the making it lucrative.
There's no question. I think a lot of the cities, I know downtown Biloxi, they gave you per door, whatever it is. But when I'm doing my projects, some of the stipulations just don't work for what I want to do. So this Airbnb, this Wells Fargo is going to be mainly short-term rentals. So we're going to have people go in there that will be there for 2 nights, 3 nights, a week, a month, whatever it is. But they'll be daily shopping, drinking, and being at that place. I believe, just from me traveling around the country and from me living in other places, I believe that's what downtown Biloxi needs. And I think downtown Gulfport as well. I mean, I think that's what hurts downtown Gulfport. You don't want people living there. I got a couple buildings down there that have Airbnbs that do really well. But one of the big problems is with the aquarium and stuff is you need people living down there.
Foot traffic
You
always.
need that foot traffic.
I'm gonna go through some comments right now. We got some. Randy Rich said, "Digging it."
Sounds good. Thank you, Randy.
He's like a top producer. Power Mark. He's always in the restaurant. Paul can't wait. Guido, what's up, gents? Your wife, Kelly. Hey, baby.
Oh, sweet.
Courtney. Hi, Ivan. Wayne, making the coast great again. Shout out, Wayne.
Appreciate it, Wayne.
I just love people in their show, like the fact that they're here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, thank y'all. Give us a like and share. Thanks for watching. This is gonna get good. Y'all ask Ivan some questions. Y'all ask us some questions.
Yeah, I definitely want to know, like, what do y'all think? What do you think the direction of what Ivan should do more in Biloxi, as he's already took a bank that we know about, turning it into 20 units? What do you think Ivan should do? Should Ivan have an ice cream shop? I don't know.
Definitely scooter rentals.
I don't know. So listen, I'm more into the landlord end of it, like, building and developing. So I don't know if anyone's been to Ocean Springs, but we just finished Eat, Drink, Love, which opened. Lauren, Toronto. The place is amazing. I went there today. Oh. I think when people see her lounge, which will be opening, I think this weekend, which is 701 Bienville, it's going to be incredible. When Marina Cantina opens up in the next 30 days, I think people are going to.
Is that the timeline?
Yeah, I think
30 days?
Maybe a little bit less than that. But I think when people see that, they're going to be in shock. I mean, the place looks incredible. The views for both those buildings are amazing. So I'm just glad I had the ability from, for Mickey McElroy and all them to have the ability to buy that property and to develop not just one, but 2 businesses.
Dude, it looks so dope back there. Like the new deck and everything where they got, and the trees coming through, and I guess the craftsmanship to get it all like that. I mean, and then of course the turf, right?
Yeah. I mean,
it's turf first.
There's no doubt. I mean, the turf is obviously just kind of like, I think, one of my trademarks and kind of gives that clean, more modern look. But the trees, especially in Ocean Springs, everyone is so protective over their trees, which is, I understand, we saved every single oak tree and we have them coming up through the deck. So when you go there, I think people are really going to appreciate the time and the effort we took. I know it took longer than expected. Obviously, me as the owner and the landlord of the place, I wanted it done yesterday. Yeah. But I'm super excited and super happy for Thomas and the guys at Marina Cantina and for Lauren at the at Eat, Drink, Love as well.
What kind of got you? So I just want to dive in again. What got you into your passion for this whole, like, I mean, to me, like, it's coastal HGTV style right here. Like, you've been buying up buildings, old properties, putting a facelift. Is that, like, for you? Is that a passion and hobby? I mean, it seems like a more of a passion project going on.
Yeah. So my whole life I've been in the insurance business, and that's kind of really how I've bread and butter made my money. And I've always had like this interest in real estate, and I like turning something that's like a deterrent into something nice. So I go to all these other cities and stuff and see how these guys have taken, blocks of like the absolute hood in certain areas and turn them into one of the best places out there. And especially in cities. So, I believe, and I tell people, like, on the Pass Road project is you build it and they'll come. If you build new and nice, and you don't just do one building, they're going to come and want to, and I think that Pass Road project, I think people are kind of believing now. So you're seeing other people around that area that are building new stuff. So I think if people do what I did is, you're able to buy stuff at still really reasonable prices, especially in the commercial market compared to nationwide. And you have the ability to get really nice, good businesses at solid rents.
So where else do you have investment towns in where you're just investing
or
and trying
Biloxi,
to,
or the coast? You're
The coast is pretty much, obviously I have stuff in South Florida where I'm from. So
but to this monument, or is it
it's more on the like residential end of it. It's more of like condos and houses and that kind of end of it. On the commercial end, I really am just trying to focus in this area just because I can drive by, I can see what's going on. And commercial changes, I think, is a little bit different than the residential market. It's always easy to get someone into a house.
yeah.
On the commercial, you want to try to build a building that fits someone's needs. So like on our new building, we're building on Pass Road next to, if anyone ever sees on Pass Road, just where all the other buildings are. We have a 2-acre lot. We're building a 26,000 square foot new building, which should be up probably in March. But we have Carter Real Estate going there. We got Swartz, Orgel and Jordan going there. We got Chris Ladner's mortgage company going there. We have Gulf Coast Exotic, which I'm moving over there, which is going to be a super high-end exotic showroom. And then we have another company called Bar Box, which I'm actually involved in as well with Maria Barr, who's actually very, very well known on the coast in fitness, which would be boxing, Pilates, biking, etc. But it's going to be extremely like high end. You're going to feel like you're in New York or LA.
So you got this place already rented out before you're even done with it.
Before we even broke ground.
Is that your MO? I mean, are you trying to do that, or I mean, ultimately you want that?
It's not.
Right?
It's not my MO, but I think when people saw what we built on those other buildings, people knew kind of what this project would be. And if you go there now and you see like restaurants and people working there, I mean, it's a nice environment to be at.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're not going to get better traffic count than Pass Road. I mean, Pass Road is just like slow and just a lot of cars pass every day. So if you're a small business owner, it's a great place to be, especially in an area that's being revitalized, like which we're trying to do.
So the Carters are going in there. Yes, what John was saying is like, yeah, we're moving. I said, oh, that's what Ivan told me. Like, so
they just redid that building not too long ago.
They want to go. They want.
You were there whenever they had the ribbon cut. We were all there. Yeah,
but when to do the Pass Road, they want to go Pass Road. This is gonna be a cool experience. I think, when you look at Pass Road, like, I always brought this up, is like every time I drive by, like I see these old buildings, and they're still there. They're still the old buildings. It's kind of sad. There's like. It's like the areas where you see like the old Drennigan's old building.
Right.
Wasn't like an antique store or something. It was like a hoarder store. Somebody had like a bunch of stuff.
It was actually an antique store, and we converted it. It's funny because Jeremy Jernigan, who is the owner of Jernigan's Chiropractic,
he will snap your back and neck.
Yes, and we were trying to get him on the show, so he couldn't make it tonight. But so when I showed him that property, I'm like, Jeremy, this is where you got to go. And it kind of was like he didn't really kind of understand, and then he finally got full blown on board, and now we're partners on 3 of those buildings, and it's been incredible. Also, I want to my daughter is actually online, so Bella, I want to tell you I love you.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm about to see some comments that we've got right here.
Thank you for being on.
She said you better say hi to her.
I love you, Bella.
Bella, so happy late birthday. We
exactly
talked about that.
Actually, the building in downtown Biloxi is going to be called the Bella. So, obviously my kids mean everything to me, and Bella, obviously my baby girl, it's hard to describe, but, she means the world to me. But yeah, so we are doing that downtown Wells Fargo building. It will be called the Bella. So,
at downtown Biloxi.
Yeah. Could you, I know we're having issues with one of our computers that's not uploading stuff. Could you, go and find that photo we posted with, Ivan and his family?
All right. And I'm going to read a couple more comments. So, Boothby says Butler for governor.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
You should do it.
Yeah, we might.
But you're not Butler though. But he said Butler for governor.
No, but you should do it though.
Do what?
Like
Brandon Bailey says Ivan is my idol.
Who said that?
Brandon Bailey. Brandon, you're supposed to call me for lunch this week.
He ain't calling nobody. He doesn't participate in our line right now.
And then Megan, what up, girl? She said, let's build the coast back up again. She's all for it. Yeah, absolutely. Nicole says, thanks for bringing it to OS. She cannot wait. Top 3 wish list from Ivan. Make it downtown Biloxi as sexual as Ocean Springs. Thanks, Jeff. And then Kelly says, hi, Dad. It's Bella. Can't wait for Bella. Say hi to me.
I say hi.
I got her. So when she had her birthday party, we all had to get airbrushed hats. If you walk, when you went up the stairs, if you look to the left, Oliver, it was a hat that I got done, and that was it hangs. So when I got home, that's what I gave Oliver. But so she had this birthday party. It was insane at Centennial Plaza, the old Blue Marlin.
Yeah,
you were hunting.
Is it old?
What?
Is the Blue Marlin done now?
I think the Blue Marlin
I think
shut
they brought
down.
it
I
back.
think they're bringing it back.
It just they're
It's
bringing
too
it back.
new to be shutting down.
Yeah, you know what? That Centennial Plaza, I will say,
traffic.
I'm gonna give huge props to. They were incredible to deal with Bella's party. I know my wife mainly dealt with it in this group, Wink, who did her party, but that location, Centennial Plaza, is an amazing. I mean, it's like I was telling Kono and Jay. I mean, that location is incredible. I mean, the views and the trees it's hard to beat on the coast. You know, I just think a lot of people just don't even realize it's even open sometimes. So, you know, especially during the winter time and this time of year, I mean, it's beautiful. That restaurant was incredible. I'm blessed that I was able to have the party there for my daughter. But I give them full props because they've turned that place what it was.
Well, we went to
something special.
Yeah, we went to a what was it? The pink dress run, our Real Men Wear Pink campaign deal they had there, and
it was our pre-party.
It was in the church that they had
yeah.
redone, and it was just amazing. Like right there, I guess the time and effort that it took to revitalize something.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
That's definitely one of those bigger projects. I'm sure they definitely took a grant on that one.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
that's a big property.
You know, most of the people here, one of the problems is people always want to try to get that government money or that other money to develop stuff. I'm a little different. I look at it like, hey, what can I do the quickest, easiest?
Because they put you in some kind of like loophole or you got to do this.
Stipulations, especially on these historical grants in downtown Biloxi, you know, or downtown anywhere. The stipulations are tough on these historical buildings. And not that, you know, some people love it, some people don't. I'm in there to try to make it as nice as I can and as new as I can. And sometimes harder with these older buildings to do that. You know, we're lucky that the Wells Fargo building it's a older building, but it's not an historical building.
Is it non-combustible? Is it brick?
It is brick, and it's an extreme, like I was shocked. So like, you know, these big banks like Wells Fargo, you're like, oh man. I mean, they when they put stuff on to do it, like they have air conditioners and roofs, like they just put new ACs in not even 6 months ago, and they knew they were shutting down. It's just, you know, they're different. Like I've been trying to close for the last like 30 days, but they're just such a big company that it just takes a while to get things done with them. But I'm super excited they picked my offer.
So I mean, but it took that long. I mean, where's their headquarters at?
Man, probably like New York. I don't even know, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
I dealt with
somewhere with horses and chariots.
You know, Tim Carlson was actually the one that got me the deal. He's been great. He actually got me McElroy's as well. So shout out to Tim. He's been great. And their real estate agents actually out of Mobile.
Okay.
So, but it's been a
dude. He just bought a bank. I mean, like if you really break it down, personally bought a bank. He doesn't have to make any. He can just sit there and have his own bank.
Now, I mean, if you make it work, and it's successful,
there's no money in the bank, so it's not like I bought it and there's like
we don't know that.
There's
I'm telling you,
but would you go to future banks in other cities too? I mean, that's a good investment, right? I mean, you know, as long as you get free reign to do what you want with it.
Yeah, one of the stipulations with that bank is I couldn't have another financial institution there for the next 2 years, so I couldn't like have a Kiesler or someone else go in there. And then just after looking at dollars and cents and what really I believe is needed in downtown Biloxi, I believed that like what's most important is people living there, and people more or less not living there full time, but people coming and going and walking the streets.
Sure. I think for me, I think short-term rentals. Shout out to Brian Chevalier, our conspiracy theory brother.
Yo,
they're
called lizards.
Yeah,
and Brian's the best. Brian actually, manages my properties right now, which I have, a few of them right now, and looking to really grow that business. So Brian's been great.
So we're about to dive some more into some comments. Michael West, brother, I passed by that Pass Road project today. I got to get in his voice. Hold on.
I know. I feel like you're reading it in his voice right there. Just with the way you started with brother.
Brother. Oh, brother. I passed by that property today. Pass Road project today. And the first thing I thought was real life version of if you build it, they will come.
That's my method and method of madness on that project over there. A lot of people, even my attorneys, were like, "Are you sure you know what you're doing?" And I was like, "No," but I knew I bought the property right. I knew I bought the land. So typically in real estate, you don't make money on the sale; you make money on the buy.
All right.
So if you buy it right, I think you're okay. So I felt like I bought it at a good enough price that I can build it and give people good enough rent and something new that people are going to be attracted.
Go back to that. You say you don't make money off the
so
sell, you make it off the buy.
Yeah, and real estate, I think, is a lot different than other things. You people are like, oh, buy low, sell high. In real estate, you need to buy the property right. If you buy the property right, there's to me, that's probably the ultimate thing. And the other thing is location. You're in the right location. That property should never really go down. Was Pass Road the right location? Probably not.
Yeah.
But when I bought something, I thought on 20, 30 cents on the dollar, I felt like I could do something and I can, build it and they'll come. And that's kind of what I did. And I think it worked well.
How often do you just like go with the gut feeling, no matter what, every time?
99% of the time, I'm a true gut guy.
Let's cheers to that.
Same, I am too.
I mean, I'm truly. I'm. People think I might be like, I'm extremely conservative. I know people don't think that because they see how I do stuff, but I'm conservative, but I will do stuff with my gut. But I'll always look at the numbers. If the numbers don't work, I won't do it. So we're doing that project right now that probably people know on the water across from Marina Cantina. We're doing condos. And originally we were doing a different concept. And, after going back and look at the numbers, we didn't think it would work financially. So we did condos. We have our first tower going up.
Guys, here's the condos. And this is one thing we do have.
Yeah, it's groundbreaking. When is that?
Yeah. So this is, so we have, it's going to be 4 commercial projects down on the bottom. And there's 21 units, which I believe 16 are already reserved with being less than a week on the market. It's going to be a really, really neat project. And we are in the process of now getting permitting for the second building on the water. But we think it's going to be a great project. And it's going to be mainly, a lot of short-term rentals, people coming in, doing that stuff. We'll have kayaks and little jet skis and stuff, rental stuff like that in there. There'll be a lot of amenities for the people.
It's gonna be cool to see that property. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Ivan. I've actually went to a party before, not naming names. I was not driving. None of us driving, but I had to pull over and I actually threw up in your property.
Oh,
sorry, I'm sorry.
No problem. Don't worry about it.
It was a Christmas party. There's a party and I remember, but it's been vacant for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, that's a beautiful piece of property, right. But I'll tell you right now, guess what? I left my phone there when I had to, throw up. I left my cell phone, had to go get it the next morning.
Yeah, so you know what it is?
That's your property.
if you go there on the weekend, you'll see people fishing out. It's like a major fishing hole. I guess people say the fishing there is because it's really deep water. Yeah. So I guess that used to be a rock quarry years and years ago. Huh. So it was drained, but it used to be Hansborough Yacht Club. So that's why we named it Hansborough Point, because we wanted to kind of keep the.
So there was a building there at one time.
Yeah, I believe it was a yacht club years ago. So Rick Carter actually owned the property, and he was thinking about building Hansborough Yacht Club back again. And then after me and him talking and him seeing Marina Cantina, we just started talking. I said, I'd be very interested in buying that property. And I ended up buying it thinking maybe I'd do another restaurant, whatever else it was. But after dealing with some of the people that live in that area, we felt this was best and we didn't want to have to deal with the issues. So we felt like this was a better play for us.
You got Woody's going in right there next to it.
Correct.
So your people, and you got Marina Cantina across the bayou. So your people aren't going to go hungry there. But you say you run the numbers. So is short-term rental where the numbers are paying off right now? Or
so people that don't understand that model are really missing out. So I have a bunch of rentals. I've had them for years. And, when you look at the short-term model, it's such a good business model. So when you go traveling now outside of 2 different states, people aren't just looking at hotels anymore.
No, it's Airbnb, VRBO.
Airbnb, VRBO. They want to be able to have a place where they have a kitchen, they can order in, do different kind of stuff, have a yard, have their dogs, have their kids, have other family members in there. So that's become the future. So when you really think about it is when you get someone on an Airbnb, they're only going to be there for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 7 days. So, God forbid if they mess it up or destroy it, who did it right away. Right. You have a tenant in there for a year.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you have no idea what's going on. Yeah. So, if you're occupied 50% of the time, you're going to make at least 1.5 times more than you're going to make on a normal rental.
People can try it out too. That's another thing.
Great business model. I think anyone, especially younger people that are looking to get in the space, forget about the buying a house for $100,000 and trying to rent it for $800, $1,000 a month. The method, if you can do it in an area that your Airbnb or short-term rental approved, it's a great business model. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted downtown Biloxi so bad, is because Biloxi is extremely strict on short-term rentals. So you have to be like in a little I say like in a pie, I say like a 3-block radius or 4-block radius to do it. So when that Wells Fargo building came available,
You knew it was there already.
Yeah.
In that
I knew it was in that. I knew it was in that area. So I was like, "Hey, this is perfect. I got a building, with incredible parking, which is very rare in downtown Biloxi. So you got a big parking lot. You're right, I think, in an incredible area, right across from Vue Marché, right across from the theater.
Church is beautiful too. I mean, it's pretty
Church
cool to
is
look
beautiful.
at too.
Yeah, you have so many things going on for you, and then converting this into now a lot of 20 rooms and a little deli, stuff like that. It's a massive undertaking. But I feel like long term, it's going to be a great financial asset. Now,
So I was saying is, when people look at short term, for me, it's like short term rentals. People get to try out a city they don't know about. So what if it's like a young couple's like where we're going to move at with the Airbnb experience? Like you can get in and you can really, they stay for a week but they get an experience of like atmosphere, and I think it will bring more people.
There's no doubt, and you'll be shocked how many people stay in it. And if you,
repeat.
How many people try to buy your rentals? How many people have tried to buy it?
I've had a lot, but I mean, we're really, we want to try to. Our biggest goal, if you ask Brian, I know you're close with, is all we care about is 5-star ratings. So once
5 stars for 5 stars,
5 stars, 5 stars, 5, and then what it is it gives you that presence, and people know the place is going to be right. So, I have 3 places right on Markham behind Felix's, and it's doing great. Brian manages them, but you'll be surprised how many people that stay there and go, God, we love this. And, we're coming back next month.
Yeah, they come back. They're repeats.
I had the general, the woman who came down here from Keesler, she stayed at my place for a month in behind, and those are the kind of things that are neat. You get some, really cool tenants and interesting people.
So when we talk about Brian, we have the Friday lunch crew, which I love all you guys. We got Brian Chevalier, Dean Hewlett, John Carter, Jake Carter when he wants to show up, which I love you, Jake. But we have our little crew, and I got to watch Brian do his first experience with the short-term rentals, and that was by the filling station.
Yeah,
the house.
That's where he's got his house.
And he started that, and he was a big believer, and everybody's like, no, you ain't gonna work. He's like, dude, trust me. And then he started, slowly buying a few houses, and he worked really hard on it. And he was right. This is like way before this was like a thing.
Oh yeah, it's the future. I mean, if you look at even with COVID now, people don't want to be in big hotels.
No.
They want to be in ability to know something's clean, nothing, they go in by themselves, they have their dogs.
So what is the big hotels doing to prevent this? I mean, you see big pharma, trying to box out medical marijuana. They're like, no way, you're going to interfere with them. So you already know that the hotel people are out here trying to lobby against short-term rentals, right?
Yeah, I think, a lot of people down here
Have you had any standoffs?
I think you're going to have that with hotels. You're going to have that with casinos. I think that's one of the reasons why Biloxi doesn't have wide open Airbnbs, is because the casinos want people to stay at their place. But it's the future, and I think you're gonna start seeing like a lot of smaller hotels, like boutique hotels, become.
Jordan and them got the what is it? I can't even remember.
Josette's.
Yeah, no, the one in
Hotel Pass Christian.
Hotel Pass Christian. Yeah.
So you're not gonna have anyone working the front desk, and you're gonna have a remote on your phone and key, boom, right to your door.
Let me get in these comments though.
Yeah,
real quick. We got Josh. He has was the Biloxi the bar we were on, Biloxi Bicycle.
Biloxi Bicycle.
What's your company? Plug your company on this one. But he has the bar.
Like the bicycle thing that goes around the city and drink.
So he says we need a boardwalk. Think Coney Island or Disney Springs, something that creates a full environment, entertainment, everything you'd want to spend all day out. And that's kind of dope. Ivan, and then Boothby says, Ivan is smarter and better looking than me.
There's no doubt.
Billy Rubel says good show.
Everyone knows that.
Hey, if you need tractor work,
Plowed's out there too.
Yeah.
What up, Plowed?
Yeah, what up, Plowed? So the intro and our sound is always can't hurt. Check it out on SoundCloud, Plowed.
We do an intro to this song?
I don't know if we did an intro, but Plowd.
Yeah, look him up.
Can't hurt. You're gonna love his music. He's talented, super talented.
We will plug you.
Yeah,
and he's got a podcast too. It's Pop One Podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, Billy does all tractor work. He came on with Matt McDonald.
Yeah, Billy. I have some land off of Three Rivers, and he actually cuts all of our property there.
And Mad, from my Twitch brother right here, Mad, I miss you, bro. We're going back to gaming pretty soon. I miss you. As he said beard.
So back to the gaming world. All right. So
Gaming world.
we originally started talking about one thing because we were talking about the Oculus,
Yes.
and that's what led us to the other conversation.
Correct.
But this Oculus, have you done it yet?
I have not, but I was just in Arizona at Bear Jackson, a car show, and one of the guys I was with was telling us about it and was saying it's an incredible thing and everyone should do it. And, metaverse this and metaverse that.
So yeah, I had.
Are you an NFT?
No, I'm actually not.
Do you own any NFTs?
I don't. I'm into crypto. I have some, obviously some crypto, but I cannot.
Do you want
grasp-
any NFTs?
I don't. I can't grasp something around it. It's funny. I was at Bear Jackson, the biggest car auction in the world.
Yeah.
And they sold the first 4 blocks. They sold NFTs of car pictures from Fast and Furious, whatever else it was. And they, went for 4, 6, whatever it is.
Yeah. What did they go? What was the highest one you saw?
I think it was, I wasn't even really paying attention, but I think maybe like $6,000 to $8,000. I can't, to me, I like seeing and feeling stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to kind of understand hey, I'm not going to spend $500,000 on a house in the metaverse.
Yeah. It doesn't, it's not
imaginary.
tangible.
But listen, I
That's the
mean,
word.
these young kids are smart and, they have different, it's just different. I mean, the generation below me and my kids, I got a 20-year-old and a 19-year-old, they're different and they might, that metaverse might be the future.
So I've got friends, we've got friends that tell me that they're going to clock in and clock out and work in the metaverse.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And probably get paid more than us just here in regular world.
I don't understand a lot of things.
Same.
And I think I'm good at what I'm good at and I try to focus and stay in my lane. But I really looked heavily into NFTs and understanding everything. And I'm still to this day, I'm confused. I just don't, I know
have a guy for that.
I know people that think it's, the future and it probably is. I just, I've never, digital art to me and not having on your wall and be the one of one.
Like the poster we got you?
Yeah.
That's original.
NFT that.
That was original poster.
We can NFT that.
Should we NFT it?
I mean, we can NFT anything.
They probably already did NFT it.
Yeah. So I don't understand enough I'm not knowledgeable enough to say if you should do it or not.
So what is your go-to, what is it? Coin based system.
I mean, my go-to is
in
Bitcoin.
crypto. Yeah. It's Bitcoin.
It's Bitcoin. And mainly just because I know people don't think I am, but I am conservative. And I believe because there is a limited supply and it's just more of an asset of gold.
When did you get into Bitcoin though?
It's funny because I bought it not a long time ago. I paid I bought 3 of my one for each kid. So I paid about $3,100 each for each kid. For all much for.
And then you took it back 5 years later. It's mine now. This dad's
I didn't do that.
It's a good gift.
But once I got, I think when it hit 15,000, I took all my money that I had invested in back. And then I was like, oh, this is great. I'm playing with the house. But since then I've bought a lot more. I don't know if it could either be worth $1 million or it could be worth nothing. I have no idea. But
did you buy before the crash?
Did you buy it before they could tax you on buying it?
Well, I think they're going to tax you anyway.
They're going to tax you. You got to fill it out in the form.
Yeah, I think
the government's the government.
If people think I'm going to buy crypto because I don't pay tax, they're living in a dream world.
Right.
Listen, anything you do, you're going to pay in tax, even when you die. I was with Henry Dick, and even when you die,
who is Henry Dick?
He's an attorney,
big attorney,
estate tax. Yeah. But and I think it's unfair, but I mean, even when you die after you hit, the certain limitations, the government wants 40%. So, you're taxed now and you're taxed later. And
the man always wants to wet their beak.
You're always going to be taxed. But listen, I mean, I think this is the future, crypto and NFTs and metaverse, but it's a generation or two below me. And I'm just not skilled enough in my mindset to understand it.
We need an Oculus.
Dude, let's do an Oculus with Ivan and let him buy some metaverse property.
Sure.
So I hear, and there's games that you actually have to take your clip off the belt and reload into your gun and running around.
Oh, I'm sure it's insane. I mean,
have you ever seen the movie Ready Player One?
I have not.
It's a Spielberg movie.
I have not seen it.
Watch it tonight. I'm telling you, it's a massive movie. It's called Ready Player One. And you'll see how let's say 100 years from now, everybody's you can live in a trailer or whatever, but once you're wearing the headset. It doesn't matter exactly where you physically live and touch. You are.
It's metaverse. It's exactly that.
I to me, it's like, I think it'd be fun. We all put those goggles on and go to like a bar or restaurant.
Yeah, but I want to be in the real world too.
I mean, I don't understand. Like now, a big new thing they say is you put headphones on like this, and you go to a club, and everyone's just dancing to the music to the thing, and there's no music going on.
Yeah, silent disco is what
I think it's
called.
the most ridiculous thing.
But we'll classify it as art.
I mean, to me, it's absurd. Like you want to go and you want to hear music, and everyone else is in here. Everyone's enjoying it, together. But
So
we're just different.
the red so when I was saying with the Ready Player One, the way it felt like the way when you watch a movie, you'll get a sense of it. When you see like what Matt was saying about like working in the metaverse and having this very like. And you just said, I got to touch and feel. I got to like own this piece of property. Like, but you could own a mansion with the headset on. You don't like, you could own a mansion that everybody like it's all about likes.
I know, but my big thing is like, yeah, it's great. You have a $500,000 mansion in the metaverse. Well,
I'd rather have a real mansion than the real.
Yeah,
I feel the same way.
Can you go there and can you go sleep in a bed and can you drive your car there? I know you can do it digitally and like playing like a game. But to me, I could understand if like, hey, yeah, a mansion in the metaverse.
He says it now. Some like 14-year-old's going to make a quadruple $1 billion off of it.
They already are.
Yeah,
I mean, they already are. Listen, I mean, my son sent me today. He's like, Dad, you're an idiot not being in the NFT. This ape sold for $1.4 million. I'm like, well, listen, I've always
some investments aren't worth it.
I've always been like a slow and steady guy. You're in the insurance space, you don't make quick money fast.
Right.
You take it slow. And, I know a lot of people probably think like, oh yeah, I'm in the mob or I'm a drug dealer, whatever it is. None of that stuff's true. I've made my money in the insurance business for 25 years, but it's slow and steady.
Hustle.
Hey, clip that, Garrett.
That's back to like I was saying earlier. There's no disregard for hard work. You put your nose down, and then there's effort. You see your fruits of your labor.
Yeah,
let's go back in the comments real quick though. Just Megan says we definitely need more family-oriented things in Biloxi as well. Randy says, what about the Porsche? We'll get to that one, the Porsche.
Okay.
Jeremy Goins goes, make downtown Biloxi great again. Todd Alley, Shiba, better than Bitcoin. I don't know, Todd. I think you're smoking something. But I
do own some Shiba, and I wish I didn't.
I have I
just took a dip because I haven't said that.
I have ADA Cordano. Like that's all I have.
I listen to Pete also. I know you listen to Pete.
Yeah,
Pete. That's our guy.
Yeah, he's smart.
Pete
Ryan
Jones.
Gibbons. What does Ryan Gibbons say? Something about the real world. Living in the real world.
Hold on, get a mail pop up.
No, nice.
Here,
probably important mail.
Here in the regular world,
you've got mail.
Ryan has no Bitcoins. You sure? Should buy some.
I don't know. So I haven't really I went all in on it either. Like I said, I'm still all about like putting my hours in and getting that slow return on it.
Right.
But it is, their seeds have been planted. I mean, and if you're not doing it right now, I feel like you're missing out. And not so much as to what your son was saying, like you need to jump in now. But if you've got, it's wealth management, right? If you got a little bit of extra, why not? It's a casino game.
Yeah, it's diverse. Listen, you want to be diversified anyway, and that's kind of how I got into crypto. Listen, I know I see some of these young crypto kids. I mean, I was just at Barrett Jackson, and it's funny, like the numbers were off the rocket. I mean, the numbers were crazy. I mean, Broncos were going for $300,000+.
Let's talk about this Barrett Jackson for a few minutes, because like in the car world.
Let me bring that up. What I'm bringing up is all these guys buying. They were young kids, like crypto kids. These kids have made crypto millionaires, hundreds of millions. I don't even know what they made, but they were buying cars like it was water.
Were they buying them with cash or were they buying them with crypto?
Everything you got to buy is cash. Everything at Barrett Jackson, there's no like finance. I
don't even know anything. I've never even heard of Barrett Jackson before until you said it 9 times just now.
Yeah.
No, we were there. I saw the videos. I saw your pictures and stuff. So tell us what Barrett Jackson is.
Barrett Jackson is, people that don't know, I own Gulf Coast Exotic Auto on the coast here. We're actually building a new facility in Gulfport. It's kind of my passion is cars. Love cars, new, used, old, but pretty much different things. So every year for the last 7 or 8 years, we've gone to Barrett Jackson in Arizona. It's always at the end of January. And we go with a group of guys. This year we went 7 guys from the coast, and we rented a really cool house in Phoenix. And it's just a really cool event. You get to see a lot of famous people, a lot of crazy cars, probably the nicest cars you'll ever see ever. They've made like 1,800 cars roll through that they sold.
1,800 cars sold.
Yeah. We flew in on Saturday or Sunday, and we stayed till Saturday. So, we were there for a full week. And just an awesome experience. Great place. Like I'm not a hunter. I'm not big into hunting. So instead for me, it's kind of like hanging out with your boys going to a car show.
Just like you just killed your deer.
Yeah.
I was buying cars.
Porsche.
And
You bought a Porsche.
and Mr. Boothby was there with us as well.
So tell us about the Porsche.
So it was the cars were going crazy. I've always been into exotics and cars, and I'm trying to build a little collection for myself and my kids and whatever. So there was an older Porsche, a 356B. So they didn't make that many of them. It went out, went on. I was like, that's the car I want to try to get today, and got lucky, got on stage, whatever it was, and I was able to be fortunate enough to bring it home.
So take us through how this works then. I mean, you say it's the biggest auction. Is there one of those like rotating tables with the cars on it? And,
No.
and there's just like an auditorium full of people with the little stick.
I love the fact that you've never really got into like watching the Bear Jackson.
No, I haven't. I'm
Awesome,
sorry.
man.
So there's like, tens of thousands of people there. And there's a million auctioneers going, hey, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And the cars run up, they call it on the block. They run up on the block on the stage. They get on top of the stage under beautiful lights. Every car looks like it's a 10, even though they might be a 6.
All right.
So they get on stage, cameras, everything going on, and then they go down and then just keep running them throughout the day. And so, their goal is to probably run a car every 3-4 minutes, I would imagine. And the auctioneers are super fast, super competitive.
So how much cash is spent on an average day there? You're saying?
I think, I don't know if I read it, might have been like 200 million they did.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible. Like, you know what it is? It's like the Super Bowl for cars. It's just an amazing atmosphere they built. And it's from people all over the world. I mean, so you'll go there and, you'll see like Brett Michael, you'll see like, just famous people there.
Who'd you see this past trip?
Trying to think who we saw. So Brett Michael was there. He sold a car.
I thought you said famous people.
Oh, I know.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Sorry, Brett.
He was actually somewhat famous on the coast. Didn't he open up the Hard Rock or something? Yeah. I don't really remember who I actually saw. It was kind of like, I'm more like in a daze for that whole week.
I think Cam Roberts was there. He's kind of famous.
Can you share this, guys? If you're watching, share this.
Cam was there.
And y'all are about to start a brew company. It's called Big Ear Brewing Company.
I don't know. I think Cam and John Boothby are looking to start something. I heard.
That's what Cam said earlier. Literally told me, said y'all are about to start the brewing company called Big Ears.
Hey, so they actually they bought a cool little thing. It's called like a Unimog. It's like an old Mercedes like truck thing. So I think it will be at Cam's.
Garrett, can you pull up a Unimog like the Mercedes?
It's I don't know what they're gonna do to it. But
what is it? Is it like a Sprinter? I'm thinking.
No, it's like a.
No, it's dope. It's dope. It's like some like very.
I don't know what it is.
James Bond military.
It's like a 1960 military thing, but I think it could be cool with Cam and his brewery.
Have you ever seen John's Jeep? Mm-hmm. Definitely fits that kind of like John has his Jeep.
John's got his little rat rod Jeep.
John's ready for the apocalypse.
Okay, that's it. Oh, it looks like the little Katrina trucks.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's all jacked up.
It's not little.
It's big.
Yeah.
But they should probably get theirs. They didn't listen to us and use our shipping company. Cam thought he was like the best shipping guy, so he'll probably get it in a month. We'll get our cars probably this week.
So Cam was like shopping delivery.
Yeah, I guess he has some shopping. But I know we had a blast. I mean, Cam, we had some really great guys with us. It's a great trip.
One thing I'll say.
Show.
Shout out to Cam. Neptune's happening pretty soon.
Yeah, we got Mardi Gras right around the corner.
I know. I'm actually going to be going to Neptune's. I'm actually going to the.
You going to sit at his table?
I don't know. I'm going to the white party.
Oh, I feel like somebody copied you maybe a little bit with the white party.
Hey, listen.
More the merrier.
No, because this would be our first white party because I was never invited to the first one.
Listen.
I don't know if it was there. I don't know if it was there.
Everyone copies something and everything. I copied
there's
ours.
no original.
P. Diddy did his in the Hamptons every year.
Is that who you stole it from?
Probably. I'm sure my wife probably did. But listen, nobody's original. Nobody's ever like, oh, this is my idea. If anyone says that, they're lying. I mean, even like this turf stuff I do, trust me, I'm like the millionth person to do it. But
I promise you,
take it. Take the credit, dude.
I'll take it.
But I'll tell you right now, is like when I say turf, and Matt said this earlier, so I'm like, oh, you're talking spinner turf? Like I added a name to turf.
Yeah,
it's gonna say that way. So we got Michael West just went in. Ivan, hold on, I gotta do it again. Ivan, what's your thoughts on the economy? Do you believe and it will slow down? If so, when? I'm just trying to work
Listen,
on
to be honest with you,
I
mean,
love that dude.
It's funny. We were talking about this. I was talking to someone the last couple of days about it. You know, when Biden won, I thought like the economy was going to take a tank.
I think weren't we doing a podcast
we
that
were.
night?
Yeah,
Us and you, and
that was a Brandon Cantina
the election
watching
night.
it.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, I'm shocked the economy has done so well. But I've told everyone, I'm like, I don't know many people, especially, you know, I'm from South Florida. Everyone had like record years last year. Businesses did incredible.
There was some of them did.
Well,
the ones who got their PPP loans forgiven.
Well, not even those, but I mean, if you look at like anyone in the real estate business, mortgage business, insurance business, I mean, the businesses really did well under a major pandemic, which is shocking. I think with Biden giving all that free money kind of made people just spending money not. But do I think we're going to pay for it? Yes.
Yeah, there's no way you can sustain.
There's no doubt we're going to pay. Do I think it's going to be as bad as everyone thinks? Probably
My
not.
mattress inventory went up 30%.
Right. It went up?
It went up 30%.
Inventory, like
Since
the amount you have or the amount you're charging?
No, like per mattress.
Oh, yeah, charging.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just, you know what?
I'm just saying, like, when you buying from me, because you bought several.
Yeah.
John Boothby's bought a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I just watch it like weekly go.
But you know what? If you look at it over the last 20 years, right, our inflation has been so tiny that you almost kind of have to have some, and maybe not what it is today, but like we're at the new norm. Like everyone's like at Marina Cantina in Ocean Springs are like, how are you doing this wood deck right now? You're crazy. The wood is so expensive. You can't stop.
What's back down right now?
You can't. Yeah. But when I did it, it was at the all-time high.
Yeah.
But you can't stop construction and worry about what it is today. You got to like dollar cost average over the years. So, you know, sometimes you're building high, sometimes you're building low. But I do believe this is the new normal. I believe plumbers aren't going to go down. Electricians aren't going to go down. I think we're kind of at a new normal now. So you're going to see, you're not going to be able to build homes for $60 a foot. That's not going to happen.
Where are they at now?
It just depends the quality.
Anywhere from like 120 to 250,
Yeah, so,
500, some of them.
It's expensive to build, but I believe inflation is going to get up. I think rates are going to go up, but I don't think they're going to go up. Whatever, everyone's panicking.
I know it's a hard market in the insurance world. Like everybody's taking increases there, even with no losses. I mean,
there's no doubt
they diversify their losses. There's no doubt of that either. So,
but listen, when they do that, when an insurance company, so I'm in the insurance business. So when an insurance company raises rates, what happens to the insurance company?
They start to lose customers.
Well, and also everyone that pays, they're making more money. They just gave themselves a raise.
Oh yeah.
When you're an insurance agent, you know, my agents used to complain to me going, "Oh my God, the rates went up 20%." I'm like, you just got a 20% raise. You know, rates are going to go up in the insurance business based on actuaries. So if basically they had massive losses due to storms or earthquakes or fires, they're going to go up. I mean, the insurance business is in business to make money.
But that's everything though.
Yeah.
Food costs are going
100%.
up. I mean, your toilet paper costs are going up.
But that's
one thing is your pay. There's a lot of more free market right now. People are going out there and trying to do it on their own.
Yeah. And that's what COVID did. You know, a lot of people said, "Hey, I'm not able to go to my office and work. I'm going to start my own business and start doing this." We were just talking about that. What's that site?
OnlyFans?
No, OnlyFans. OnlyFans. I mean, like, I didn't even know what it was until this past week in Arizona. I never even saw it or heard it. But, you know, these kids are making money on YouTube, on OnlyFans.
Unconventional ways.
Yeah. And not only that, but they're not famous being actors. They're famous being social media influencers.
So, guys, I'm going to do an OnlyFans for beards. Doing 1 month.
Only beards.
Only beards. I would give me the idea. Let's just try it. Let's just try it.
You could show that beard and be like, what is this? And people can say, you could just take pictures of it and people are like, man, that could be like a woman in the 1970s.
And guys, proceeds will go to Cars Champions. We will donate some money on this one. If we do it, why not? I'm telling you right now with the OnlyFans, like I actually wasn't able to explore. I've seen a few of it, but you break down the OnlyFans and the way people, it's ownership of their NFT
content. It's their content.
It's
you
their
own your content.
It's their NFT.
Yeah, listen.
It's a way for them to be in charge.
It's a new world, and I'm not familiar with it right now.
So you don't want your, I mean, you don't want to push your family that way, right? You don't want your kids being on OnlyFans. No. Go pursue another career. But as far as the growth in the young upcoming generations, I mean, we're talking about future. There's all kind of different routes to go in. You know, some people believe college is the right way. Some people believe, you know, straight into the traditional trade is the right way. Some people believe working in the metaverse is the right way. What do you think would be the future? I mean, so for some of our younger listeners, I mean, people like you didn't get that head start. So
what I'm glad about is, like, I thought about like 5 to 7 years ago, these kids were so lazy. That generation was horrible. Not in a bad way. They just weren't lazy. No one was motivated. Now these young kids are seeing crypto and NFT and metaverse. You see a lot of these young kids, 16, 14, 15, 16, become millionaires, learning these different ways to make money. I don't understand it, and I don't think I want to really go into in depth to learn it, but I do think a lot of these young kids, you know, my kids' generation, stuff like that, they're going to be extremely, extremely wealthy. And you're going to see some people now, not just billionaires, but possibly trillionaires, because of some of the stuff that's going on. I mean, money it's $1 million today is not what it was 10 years ago. I mean, our dollar is just not there anymore.
What would you value? What would you value $1 million right now?
I would say $1 million today is probably worth 10 years ago, probably $400,000 to $500,000.
Damn.
And I would think 20 years ago, it's probably worth like 50,000.
I mean, my dad used to tell stories about buying Camaros and hot rods for $5,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So at Bear Jackson, you know, they're like showing, hey, this 1960 car was $327 with options. And then it goes and sells for $300,000. You know, it's insane seeing what prices were back then to what they are today.
I mean, it's even like that for food.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get a hamburger and a Coke for a nickel.
Yeah. And now
you can't spend less than $10 on a hamburger.
Nobody's doing a dollar menu anymore.
No, I mean, it's and it's sad. And you know what's crazy is like chicken wings.
Yeah.
So like you go to these restaurants that are famous. They won't even do chicken wings anymore because they're getting charged.
Yeah, they're losing money to sell you the wing.
Steak and wings and stuff. It's just hard to make money in that business. I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad I'm the landlord. Thank you, Thomas, for being the owner of the restaurant.
Yeah, let him deal with that headache. He does a good job at it.
I don't want to be involved in the employees or the food costs.
During the holidays, Thomas hit me up and said he wants to get back. We're
supposed to do the cook-off at some point. I don't know where we're at.
Yeah.
We're gonna make way better food than y'all.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
We should do it.
Yeah, Thomas is he's an incredible chef.
No, he told me he's buying a new boat and he's going to take us fishing though. That's the main key.
Sounds good.
One thing I enjoy about Thomas is like his values, his family.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Him and his little boy hunt.
Hunt, fish. Yeah. I don't even think the kid goes to school. Every time I see him, he's doing something else. I'm like, does your kid have COVID 24/7?
Yeah.
Because he's never in school.
Hard knocks.
Yeah. So Caesar says, where's y'all's OnlyFans at? Just kidding. No, we're going to start at OnlyFans. And mine's going to be nothing but.
Yeah, we'll advertise it. We'll run it across the bottom right there whenever we do that.
So how can people reach out to you?
Yeah, feel free. I mean, you can reach out to me on Facebook or call my Gulf Coast Exotic and talk to Chris.
That's the best.
I get away.
Follow him on Instagram.
But people that do know me, like if you reach out to me and you happen to call me, or I'm always going to return everyone's call. And I usually will. If someone asks me, hey, can I have lunch and sit down? I'll be more than happy to do it. Listen, I mean, I want to see people successful, and I'm super excited to see Lauren Toronto over at Eat Drink Love going from one place to another place. And it just, even though, just being involved in that, it makes me feel great to see someone happy and getting nice texts from her and stuff like that. And same thing with all my other projects I do. If you get somebody and you turn them to the next level, like Maria opening Bar Box, which I think is going to be an insane thing for the coast. It's going to be, you're going to feel like you're in New York or LA. I'm just excited to do something with her to take her to the next level. Seeing those kind of from someone where they're at to where they're going to it's an awesome feeling.
Dope.
Right on. We appreciate you coming on the show, talking about it.
Appreciate y'all having
You're definitely going to come back on again.
Yeah, anytime y'all want.
And
if anyone wants to reach out to me, feel free to anytime.
Josh Cavett, where are you at, bro?
Yeah, Josh.
He's too cool for school, man.
Josh,
he's still fixing his hair.
No, he's probably waiting for this podcast to stop and come upstairs.
And one thing is, I was supposed to do something with Josh Calvet and Eric Nichols and
Man, you're talking about a couple of dinosaurs right now.
So
Legends.
we were talking about doing like a Shark Tank for the coast.
Yeah, we were talking about filming it for you.
And I think it's a great idea. I mean, we haven't done it yet. We're building the website. Josh has been charged with it. That's why it probably hasn't been done.
It was sent to me to proofread. It was sent to me to proofread years ago.
Josh,
can we test the?
He'd rather be at the nightclub having the Dom Perignon with candles flashing. No, but seriously, I think it'd be a great thing for the coast. You get some people and people that want to have an opportunity to start a business. I think it'd be great.
Let's call Josh.
We're working on the studio so we can make it happen.
So I'm calling Josh in right now before we end this podcast. Garrett, keep it going a little bit.
Yeah. So Josh, I don't know if people know him.
Hey,
are you here?
Yeah.
Come upstairs.
The door's locked.
Forget about it.
Hold on, let me open it. Let's get him on for a minute.
Yeah. No.
Oh my God, no!
Yes.
I'm not getting on.
No. Come on.
Yeah, why you be so scared, dude?
Can you fix?
I know you fixed your hair.
Can you put the mic in?
Oh my God, I got a hat on. I'm not even like. Is this a video or just a recording?
Oh,
No, it's
man.
not.
I'm just gonna let you know that you're on it right now.
Oh my God, I'm a call-in customer.
put in the mic. Let's do it. Guys, can you hear this?
I can. I mean, yeah, I hear y'all.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you too. Come, are y'all gonna let me in or what?
I haven't forgotten you.
Let me in the studio.
Ivan, did you get Josh? Downstairs.
Josh,
open the door.
here.
Open the door. No, he's locked in the front door. Open the front door.
Yeah, the front door's locked.
This is awesome. This is like,
It's like a 4 out of 10.
huh?
It's like 4 out of 10.
To you, to me, it's amazing.
I'm just not trying to make Josh Covet's head any bigger than it already is.
I love
Is he
Josh.
still on?
No, Josh is, like, I'll tell you right now, like, when it comes to being a dad, I'd use Josh Covet as a role model.
Yeah, he is a role model.
Like, Josh Covet, the way he is with his son, is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, Josh Covet, like, he has his little boy, like, Caden. He's, like, so proper, so, like, Josh is probably one of the cool, like, Josh should get Dad of the Year award for being a great father.
What's up, dude?
Listen, if I was single and I was Josh's age, I'd be living my life like him.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally seeing him at
The living legend.
clubs and enjoying himself is impressive. But Josh, one thing I want to bring up, and I think it's great for the coast.
It's Mike, right?
That's what we're getting right now.
We want to we definitely want to start that Shark Tank.
We're gonna do
What are
it.
we calling it now? We were calling it
Money Vault.
So
Money
we're
Vault.
calling Money Vault. So if anyone on here is looking to start a business that needs financial help,
Reach out now.
reach out now.
We'll go ahead and get the contract drafted.
Yeah, we have the contracts pretty much already done.
But Matt, we should do it.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great to help
Josh,
you know,
down?
small business owners who just need a little bit of financial help to go to the next level.
Yeah. So Ivan and I were in the gym one day, just kind of catching up, and obviously Shark Tank's like a hot commodity show, whatever. And we were just kind of chopping it up, brainstorming. I don't even really remember how the conversation started, but yeah, I was like, hey, you know what we should do is like a Gulf Coast kind of Shark Tank. And this was right after COVID hit, and there was a lot of struggling businesses and things like that out there. So yeah,
But pretty much Ivan stole your idea because, like you said earlier, that he's done it 3 or 4 times
yeah,
already.
you know, so
it's not my idea. I mean, it's not
It's
a
Mark Cuban's
original idea,
you know what
right?
it is? It's a little different. Like I like doing it just to help people, but I think it would be great. You know, so many people have great ideas and concepts, especially on the coast here. You know, to that they don't have the opportunity to do it. So with us owning number one, real estate, and number 2, having, you know, maybe a little bit some financial needs, we can really help people. So if you get a group of Shark Tankers, you know, people, or I think it could be great. I think it'd be a win-win for all.
Yeah, I mean, again, it sort of started out with some buddies of mine. We kind of, you know, have lunch, whatever, brainstorm, guys that I went to school with, guys around the coast that you all probably know, own businesses. Some of them are engineers, some of them are doctors, dentists, lawyers, and whatever. And we're just, you know,
Give Garrett a beer.
I work for a major corporation, but I feel like I have some.
Is the camera fit for Josh?
Entrepreneurial spirit, and so that's kind of like, you know, we're always racking our brains and coming up with these great ideas, but it was kind of like, man, we should have like a Shark Tank-esque sort of, again, Gulf Coast version, to where people come to us with these great ideas. Because I mean, we have good ideas, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there with great ideas.
Broaden your horizons.
And so, like bring them to us. And that's kind of how Ivan and I got started in the gym. And then it sort of spawned into this.
This is a great idea right here. Great example of how an idea gets led to reality.
Garrett, can you open a bottle for Josh so he can have a beer?
Yeah, calm my nerves a little bit.
One of the things is
it jumps right into the show.
Wow.
If anyone's interested, please reach out to me instead of Josh, because Josh has been working on this website for about a year and a half, and I really don't know what's going on.
But he's directed his efforts on the other things like cartoons and stuff now.
Yeah, so I'm getting we've only got 24 hours in the day, right? And so I'm getting pulled in 100 different directions. One of them, my primary is GE. I've got this renovation at my house that's probably gotten way out of control, but
definitely gotten way out of control.
I'm luckily at the end of it, and it's an investment in myself and my personal home. But like I said, it's something that I do want to do. Back to the website. The website's kind of done. Like there's some verbiage. Like we can pull it up right now. I don't know.
Garrett, could you pull it up?
I think it's like Money Vault.
Hey, Jeremy Goins, let me plug you. Let's expand. Hashtag Lighthouse Security. Got you. Lighthouse
Security. Yeah.
No, I think that's a great idea. Because
so like that's a perfect example. Like you want Lighthouse Security, and you say, hey, you know what? We need $50,000 or $100,000 to expand, or we need an office to do it, and we need distribution. We might be able to help you out, not just with some ideas that we might have, but we can help you out on the financial end, and we can help grow the business just like they do on Shark Tank.
You could be like, I can put you on QVC because I do all the QVC sales.
Yeah. I don't know about
this.
I don't know
whatever. Dope.
I think
it really is a great idea. Like
the podcast right now, us talking and brainstorming live. Yeah, I love this.
I think it's a win. And then if anyone has an idea, whatever it is, and wants to reach out to us,
guys, what kind of ideas you guys? Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. We're about to start our own version of Shark Tank. That's what's happening right now.
So again, back to the website, Gretchen David, I'm sure you all know her.
GD.
That's who I've been working with. She does great. She's done some other things for me in the past. So when we had this conversation, I reached out to her. If you've ever worked with Gretchen, like it's kind of on her own creative time schedule, but like she does amazing work. And she actually reached out to me literally like a week ago, and she was like, hey, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Like Money Vault has been nominated for this award, marketing for the region award, and if we win, it's going to go like national or something like that. And she was kind of explaining it all to me, and she's like, we're probably going to get at least gold or something, and I don't know what the tiers are, but I was like, that's really awesome. And so I kind of sort of summed it up with like, hey, I need to circle back with Ivan on that anyway. So this is actually kind of perfect timing.
It's great.
That's how we do, man. We're just facilitators here at Jordan and Matthew.
It's great to win an award on a website that hasn't launched.
Yeah. What kind of world are we living in, Ivan?
It's a marketing.
What kind of world are we living in?
It must be a metaverse website.
Gotta be.
There you go.
Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy.
I'm trying to pull it up.
And I know Josh and a lot of his buddies are big crypto and NFTs and metaverse guys. I know he wears goggles to work now, virtual goggles to work, and tonight.
Yeah, he's got the pin.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. He's figured it out.
He does.
I mean, he's of that, young age,
young eligible bachelor,
entrepreneur.
Yeah, sorry, I was kind of like trying to find the website on my phone. I just texted her.
Gone forever.
It's out there.
It's out there.
But anyway,
you just have to trust us.
People understand our concept and our idea. Honestly, I think this might even be a great platform to even do it on.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's good. It's the beginning of it. See the green room we got over there? All right, that's
the
for
green room.
That's for future projects.
Garrett, do you see the orange pliers?
That's for future projects. I can't wait for it to I guess blossom.
Josh is going to be the Hulk. He just stands back there, flexes, and looks green. And
I can literally be anything I want with that wall behind me.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the green screen. Like we could put you in the middle of Michigan Avenue in the Transformers movie, right?
Yes, I love it.
You're talking. We're fixing.
I love it. But no, I think I'm really excited to do it, and I think it was going to be me. We originally started me, you, Eric Nichols.
Yeah. So
who else was in there?
Brad Patano.
Brad Patano.
Four. We all met. As you said, Brad's an engineer. Machado Patano. And then Nichols is a lawyer. My cousin Jeremy Parker was another guy that we kind of thrown out there. He's a dentist.
And we'd have other guests. We'd have other people, successful people in our area, looking to kind of give someone a shot. And I think that's what it is. I think if we can actually help the people on the coast here, give them a shot, another opportunity, I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's make the coast great again.
We need hats.
Yeah.
This is the fifth time we've used this saying on this show today, so I think we know what the name of the next episode will be.
Well, I think it's going to happen though. And can we keep going a little further?
Whatever you want, man. I mean,
what do you want to keep going? I think this is dope.
Michael West wants to know if Andy Swagger can be on the panel.
We'd love Andy.
Yeah, of course.
Andy,
I mean, like I said, it wasn't locked into anybody. It was just, I think people of all different mindsets and, quite frankly, areas of expertise.
Jeremy Elsie wants a Top Golf. He says he.
Yeah.
I don't think that back to where we need people to sustain the Top Golf.
Yeah. But Andy,
guys, share this right now. Let's get this out.
Perfect thing with Andy is, I mean, how impressive is a young guy like him to be head of Keesler Bank when the majority, I guarantee, his board is probably average age of 80 years old.
Oh yeah.
So for him to kind of run that bank is.
Are you serious? Like the board's like
I would imagine. I'd imagine that the board of Keesler,
so very disconnected.
Veterans, much older than a typical bank.
So very disconnected.
Yeah, and Andy's been great. I mean, he actually did my mortgage for me at Marina Cantina and Eat Drink Club for both those projects. He actually called me and said, "Hey, listen, I look at those buildings. I want to do it." So he's a great guy, and I appreciate his help.
Back to your network. I tell you, it's all about you now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Get things done.
You know, what makes y'all tick though to be creative? Like for you, like, I mean, look, you've worked really hard, and honestly, Ivan, you don't really have to, straight up, you don't have to develop.
No, you know,
you can sit at your house and you can watch TV and retire.
If people know me, like, if I'm not doing something, like my wife makes fun of me. We go on a vacation to an island. I can't sit still for more than a day. It's just it's not in my DNA. So like, I like to do stuff. Like I'm a doer. So, you know, some people want to work from 9 to 5. Like my phone's available 24/7. Like I like to do things. My biggest, I think, compliment in life is I love doing deals. Like I'm a deal guy. And it could be great to do it, and it could also hurt you as well. So I like action and I like deals.
Addicted to the deal.
Yeah, you know, and I'm lucky. I'm not addicted to other stuff, drugs and whatever else it is. My addiction is I like doing deals. I like turning something into something ugly into nice, and doing deals. That's kind of what drives me. And what drives me is I want my kids to do the same. I want my kids to see what I've done and see the life I've given them, and you know, their brother and sister, and be able to give them the, you know, hopefully the same opportunity they can do to their children.
Damn.
Well, I know you're trying to give Josh to the dad of the year, but no, he actually does that to Caden. I mean, I've watched you do, you know, teach him stocks from a young age, and he's got a better understanding of it, I think, than most adults out there now. And you got him working. I mean, he's working harder than I ever worked. So,
Caden, I love you. We all love you. You're absolutely a great kid.
He is. He's a good kid. Like I said, I kind of just try to take some of the things that my mom and dad did for me, right, which was like wake me up on my 16th birthday,
turn it to
and make me get a job, right? Is that good?
Yeah, no, you had it right there.
So yeah, he turned 16 last year, and I told him to go get a job. And Brandon Woolrich over at Big Play, a personal friend of mine, I reached out to him, and so we kind of made it happen. I was like, "Hey, look, you need any help for the summer?" And he did, and so we're rolling up on a year now. His birthday was in March, so.
But instilling morals and instilling the hustle.
Yeah, like you know, what you get in life, you're not going to get by just sitting around, laying around on the couch playing video games or whatever. Like you got to get out and get it. And like I said, I think that was something for me growing up. You're killing me with this mic, dude.
I know. It's
I keep losing my train of thought. But like, you know, I started working in an arcade at Boomtown. Believe it or not, I don't even think the arcade exists anymore. And so is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
And so then I went from there to valet. So it was a service job. When I was in college, I went from there to valet to bellhop, which was another service job. But like on the holidays while I was in college at State, I laid brick with my uncle and worked in a seafood factory. And I feel like there's two things you should do as a young adolescent. And it's one, work in the service industry so people can kind of tell you how much you suck from time to time, right? Or how great you are, right?
It's true.
And then go do like a labor job where you're just like, this job. Like, I do not want to do this for the rest of my life. And like, you know, working in the sun as a carpenter, laying brick, or in a seafood factory in the summertime.
Yeah, it definitely instills the
Yeah.
get out of
And you're
this.
just like, dude, I want to go make something of myself.
Progress.
And that was kind of like what drove me to go off to Mississippi State and become an electrical engineer and all that good stuff. And so, yeah, life is a lot better now.
Well, the one good thing is my first job, I worked at Publix. I was like a bag boy, and then I did Chili's. But then we both were valets together. When I turned 17, I was a valet for 2 years. It was actually one of my most fun jobs.
Got to drive some
Being a
really cool.
valet. I loved me and like my buddies. We love being valets.
Where'd you valet at?
Meisner Park in Boca Raton. It was great. So it was so busy. It was so busy. We actually had like a little hustle. It was so busy, and the cars were going in. So we'd wave the cars to park in VIP. Be like, hey, we'll park you in the front, $20. And this is like, you know, this is a long time ago.
Who did you get to valet any big names back then?
No, I don't. I'm just, you know, everyone down there had some money, so it was just, it was nice.
Yeah, like I was just wondering, like if
No, I don't think I think any of like the big shots at the time, like the boss or the manager would be driving them. We were young. We were 17 years old. So my junior and senior year in high school, but it was fun. I liked being a valet.
It was fun.
You're running, sweating. It's good.
Yeah, you feel like you're kind of getting some exercise, but you get to drive some really cool cars. That's why I probably don't valet my car a whole lot, because I was a valet and I know what people tend to do sometimes in those cars.
hot rod 'em.
But you know, then I went to go be a bellman, and that was actually another really cool job too, because that's like the face, like when it was at the casinos, right? And that's kind of like the first person you see. So that guest experience is like, however you sort of treat them right at the gate, right?
I often attest my service industry into what's, I guess, led me into my success in insurance, and that's being able to talk to people. I mean, you get practice talking to anybody and everybody. You got happy people, you got sad people, and you got angry people.
Exactly.
So it's just trains you. Everything in up to that point, you know, makes you better for who you are today.
I mean, that's probably like, you know, again, been working at GE almost 16 years, and I've had just tons of people, different bosses and leaders within the company be like, man, I've really never met anybody like you who can just formulate a relationship within 5 minutes. Right. And I always kind of fall back to that bellman experience at the IP, because you literally got about 5 minutes from the time you get their bags up to the room to like become their best friend, get that 20 spot, or that whatever. So it's like a 5 minute hustle, right? And like I just did it.
And if you're getting $20 from Boomtown back then,
you're doing good.
You must have done something really good.
Yeah, so this is the IP right when it opened, because Boomtown doesn't have a hotel. But yes, I went from valet there to the IP, and that was right when it opened. So you had the Beau Rivage and the IP. So you did have some high rollers coming there. But yeah, I mean, like that was it. It was like the more friendly. And then they would like, hey, can you get us reservations or a restaurant or whatever? And so then sometimes they tip you another $5 or $20. So it was like, I don't know.
What was the craziest thing they asked you to get them?
I cannot say that. Like there was.
Come on, dude.
I do remember going in there one time, and there was this like cameras everywhere, and this was before OnlyFans, so it was just like it was popping off in there, and there was like 2 or 3 chicks, and
OnlyFans seems to be the theme of the podcast tonight. We should probably title it Ivan Spinner's OnlyFans, right. And then list your at. Your handle.
All right, go ahead. Go with your.
We should start one called Only Haters.
They're out there.
That'd be.
It would probably overload full of people.
That'd probably be a better one.
But the experience that you take from like, and I'm proud of you. Like I really like. Look, so I got in we all play Fortnite together. We have actually a group called the Death Eaters, and I'm proud of this group. It's our friends, but like you have your friends.
Yeah.
But his little boy plays with us. So it's Caden. It's always yes, sir. Like he's very like polite, like
great. He shoots you from behind.
Huh?
And then he shoots you from behind.
Well, it's educating. He educates. He works hard. But I think the biggest thing that in being a parent right now, guys, that I see that I love about all these stories about like being successful is that even you take it with Logan and Austin and Bella, like you do it because like Logan and Austin, when they see me, like, hey, let's like, kick it. Like, you know, they're so proud, but like they have the same values of like being, you know, genuine. Like they're very respectful. Like honestly, Logan's like, man, like I know you're about to take your PC insurance test. He's like, I got a website for you. Like here, he's like helpful, like trying to get me like in the loop.
I made him, he's in college his freshman year. I said, hey, listen, you know, I obviously came from the insurance business. I made him that summer take his insurance test. And I was super proud of him. He's 18 years old and became a licensed insurance agent. Not that he's using it until after college, but I still want him to get it and just do something over the summer to kind of make it tough.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think that makes sure that you stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Keep your mind on the goals. And I haven't
been able to instill 100% of that into him.
No, got a little trouble.
Once you're in Oxford is a town that I think it's easy for
they call it God's country.
Kids to get in trouble.
But
in a good way.
You up there, I'm sure.
He was
Mississippi State's not.
All my kids are great kids, but Ole Miss, you can get in some trouble. And there's some pretty.
That's anywhere you go, trouble's there.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss is a little bit different.
It's just
in a good way.
So let's shut this down, guys, because we have to work on our cartoon.
Yeah, we got cartoon stuff to do, guys. Hey, thank y'all so much for watching. Josh, thanks for coming, man. This is great.
I appreciate you
coming.
Ivan, always a pleasure.
I just want to throw one thing out there because I guess we were kind of talking about it right there at the end, but I heard the saying years ago, and he recently died. Sidney Poitier, the famous actor who just recently died, he said a quote, and it was probably 10 or 15 years ago. He said, "The greatest measure of a man is how he raises his children," and that always stuck with me. And this dude's actually got a book out now, and it says the greatest measure of a man. So I'm sure that's probably at the end of it. But I
love it.
It's I've it's like words that I sort of try to live by.
Hashtag FOE.
FOE.
I love that. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all next time.
Appreciate it.
Love you guys.
See you.
I got the yellow so, it's okay. How many times did you sit back just relaxing? Understand movements coming in, yeah, we got the packs in.